Skin prep done. Don't ever do anything ever on your face without skin prep.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I am fresh out the shower. I figured because there's lots of people that are curious that I could do a little get ready with me while I talk to you about my flip phone. Isn't she gorgina? If I could have a lipstick that looks like this, I probably still wouldn't wear it.
I could probably just leave the mic right there. There's an idea. So let's get into it. If you're new here, hi, I'm Caileigh. I talk about books on this channel most of the time, but I've been going through some self-discovery, we'll call it, and what I really mean by that is unemployment, and I have a flip phone now because I felt that it would better my life, and it has. If you're curious about today's video but also want to see what I've been reading, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment, make sure I know you're here, join the party. I started using a flip phone as my primary phone about 3 weeks ago now, and I'm not sure that I'm ever going to go back. Today I'm going to talk through how my experience has been and answer some common questions that I've been getting. First, let's talk about the setup. This is the TCL Flip 5 that I bedazzled myself over the course of 9 hours and about 30 episodes of anime. I paid $35 on Facebook Marketplace for it. It has no internet browser. It can make calls, it can send texts. She can also receive the radio. Prior to using this, I was using the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which can do pretty much anything. So the obvious question is why? Why would I switch? I'm gonna start with the Merit, I think this is the complexion stick in the shade Ceramic. Why a flip phone and not Opal or the Brick or I don't know, screen time? And the answer is I tried all of those. I tried all of them and they did not work for me. I even tried getting a bubblegum pink princess phone, like a handset that connected to my phone via Bluetooth so that I could reduce my screen time that way. And after the novelty wore off from that, it didn't work either. And so I needed something stronger. The phone itself was not the issue. It was the apps I was addicted to on said phone, mostly socials. I would just check them compulsively. At a point, I knew something had to give. I'd been reading different Reddit pages about flip phones and watching different videos, and I just decided that one day that was it and I was gonna do it. I love what this does on the skin because it just kind of mutes things out. I have a lot of hyperpigmented scarring, I'm sure you can see, and I don't necessarily want to hide that, but I just like to mute the redness. I love the complexion stick for that. Next up is the Merit Day Glow Highlighting Balm in Solstice. This is what I use to bronze. I was surprised at how much I liked using a flip phone literally immediately because I've never had this experience before. Can honestly say that I love it. There's one specific Australian creator, I'll list her tag in the description. She talked about how she just bought a flip phone, popped the SIM over and hoped it worked, and it did. And that was the last push that I needed to realize that I was overcomplicating it. If I'm gonna do it, I should probably just do it, and then I did. As far as daily use goes, it's honestly simpler than I thought it was going to be. It's still a phone, but without all the distraction, without the literal weight of the world in your pocket. I've never had a flip phone that texted before. I had a flip phone for calls, like in high school. I've never texted on a T9 keyboard before, and that's honestly the hardest part of this transition is learning a T9 keyboard, but that friction is what I was looking for because I want to spend less time on my phone. And I also find that because it takes me longer to text, if I have something more to say to someone, I'll just call them. And it makes it so much more like personal and connected. I don't have beef with like social media in particular. I'm posting this on social media, but I do think that some guardrails needed to be in place for me personally, and maybe others should consider guardrails for themselves as well. If you're here, obviously you've been considering it, so I'm glad that you are. The next question is, what's the hardest part? T9 typing. Like hands down, T9 typing is the hardest part. My thumbs, like right here, they're sore. I'm a texter. I am. I text frequently. I have people that I love, that I stay in communication with, and my hands get sore. I get my nails done. This is the current set. I think they're so cute. My nail tech like will massage that part of my hand because she feels that it's sore now. Do I miss my smartphone? Sometimes. In reality, sometimes, but not in like a compulsive way, and I think that's because I didn't like break up from it entirely. I keep my smartphone with me in case of emergencies so that if I need a smartphone, which I have used one time this has been necessary. The same Australian creator mentioned that she just keeps a SIM tool on her keys, and so she keeps the smartphone with her just turned off, and if she needs a smartphone, she can just pop the SIM from her flip phone into her smartphone. I do the same thing. That really was what like crushed all my qualms about moving from a smartphone to a flip phone. I find myself actively avoiding my smartphone wherever I can. Like, I'm a big Facebook Marketplace girl, and I am choosing cash over Venmo like every time now. With music, I've been buying CDs. I have a boombox for the first time in my life. My sisters had boomboxes growing up, but I never did. I have a DVD player I have a DVD player and so many DVDs. And so I'm just like actively decentralizing all the time. And I feel a lot more present in my life. With that being said, let's just roll into the benefits that I've noticed. This is the NARS blush in the shade Orgasm. In the first couple of days using my flip phone, I noticed how compulsive it was for me to try and check my notifications, like constantly. This wasn't like a cute little once a day, like no, this was like every 5 minutes. And I noticed that in between times checking my notifications, I felt like dissociative from my own life. I felt like I was waiting until the next time I checked my notifications. I turned my notifications off on these platforms so that I would not be on them, and clearly that didn't work. And I think I need to stop with the blush or I'm gonna start looking like a clown. I also noticed very shortly that I was searching for validation from people just knowing that I was online. Not even interacting with me online, literally just seeing that I was active online. That gave me some sense of like, oh, they see me, they know I exist, and therefore I am valid. Girl, what? And I didn't notice that I was dealing with that until after I didn't have that available to me anymore. But I was seeking that sense of importance or validation from social media, which was just so yuck. I feel a lot more present in my life overall. I've noticed that I enjoy music a lot more. Like I'm actually sitting down and listening to music, which feels really good. Buying CDs. I listen to the radio occasionally. I listened to the radio for about a week and then it started driving me insane. So I have been buying CDs instead. What else do I need to do here? Brows, powder, lashes. That's it. That's my whole routine. I just feel more like a person. I also don't feel so doom and gloom anymore because I'm not just getting like sensational headlines off of social media that aren't even full stories. I subscribe to the Wall Street Journal now. So not only am I more informed, but I can actually have full conversations instead of just like letting my emotions spur me on about these things that I'm not even a little bit informed about. I also feel a lot more connected to the people around me, and not just my family or my loved ones, but like strangers in the elevator, because I'm not using my smartphone to dodge the awkwardness of just being human and riding an elevator together. So I've had more fun conversations, I've interacted with more people, and even just those like small moments make me more hopeful overall. And I think that leads into the last benefit, which is that I don't feel hopeless anymore. Like I don't feel like the world is absolutely ending all the time because I'm actually educated on what's going on in the political landscape, in the global landscape. I don't feel like things are falling apart. Things are not good. Do not get me wrong, but they're also not as dire as they're made out to feel on socials all the time, because your attention is currency and people want their share, whether it's fair or not. And so if they can keep you watching longer, they're gonna do that. It's nice to not feel helpless anymore. I feel like I have my power back. I feel like there are things to be done if we are unhappy about a situation. So I feel better overall. I feel more grounded. I feel more like a person. We're setting with the only product I've ever hit pan on except for eyeshadows. This is the Charlotte Tilbury powder in 1 Fair, because I'm generally the palest shade there is. One of the biggest concerns when it comes to the dumb phone conversation is, what do you do about maps? What do you do about banking? What do you do about XYZ that I use my phone for? And the short answer is that if I can do it on the internet, I do it on my computer. Here she is. Like I use my computer for just about everything now. As far as maps goes, I've found 2 options. The first is just to look up the route and then I will write it down on a sheet, like I have a notepad that I use. But the other option is that you can use the smartphone with maps offline. So you can download like a whole area on Apple Maps and have those available offline for you. And I have used that a couple of times if I'm taking like larger trips, and that's been really useful as well. But the other thing that I've noticed is that if you get lost, just ask for directions. I got lost meeting a guy for a Facebook Marketplace deal a couple weeks ago, and I was supposed to meet him at this Ace Hardware, and I could not for the life of me find this Ace Hardware. And so I stopped at a Sinclair and I walked up to the guy and I was like, hey, can you help me with something real quick? Where is the Ace Hardware? And so he was like, oh, it's like 2 blocks up, just up the street. You cannot miss it. It's on your left. There's another Sinclair. He was so nice. Just those little human interactions, I think, go a really long way for like restoring my faith in humanity. That also just feels really good. Like you just might get lost. And the one time that I did not have offline maps downloaded and I needed, like I was genuinely lost because I missed the highway, my bad, I just swapped the SIM card and everything was fine. As far as photos, I have 2 digicams. I keep one in my purse, I keep one in my house. The thumbnail for this video was taken with a digicam. Like We have a good time over here. Everything's just more involved and more intentional because you have to be intentional when you don't have one device that can do everything. Beautiful nightmare, a war of attrition. I've been obsessed with that album. Like, I've listened to it 5 times and I bought that CD 2 days ago. It's good. It's really good. Has making the switch improved my mental health and productivity? 1000% yes. First of all, I'm hosting again. Who would have thunk? Who would have thunk? I have a content schedule for the first time in my life. I'm filming consistently, point in case. I have so much more clarity on what I want and where I want to go. And I definitely attribute a lot of that to having a dumb phone and not having the distraction of a smartphone in my pocket literally all the time. I think it makes a huge difference. I feel more grounded. I feel more present. I do feel happier overall. I feel like I have the mental space to actually think about what I want to engage with on social media, especially on long form platforms, or if I'm reading the news or searching something up. I'm not just forgetting what I was doing because social media is pushing other things in my face because of the infinite scroll feature. You feel? Was it worth it? 1000% yes. And I think everyone should consider getting a flip phone like yesterday. I think everyone needs more boundaries with socials. I think it's one of the best things you can do to increase your productivity and your creativity. Create more than you consume. I think that was my final push, was that I knew I was consuming so much more. Not only that, but my reading comprehension slipped. Like, genuinely, I felt like I was getting dumber. And so I was not gonna let that happen, especially because I talk about books on this channel. I can't be losing my reading comprehension on this channel. Like, hello? Actually putting the concept of create more than you consume into practice has changed my life for the better. My final question here, would I ever go back to my smartphone? I don't know. I do like the rhythm that I found and how productive I feel and how much more creative I feel. But I also feel that the balance that I've struck is pretty good. It's not like I've completely abandoned my smartphone, is the thing. I still use it sometimes. I use it at least once a day because my workout apps are on my smartphone. So I do turn it on and I download my workout and then I go work out. Oh God, don't sneeze right now. Now is not the time to sneeze. You just have a fresh coat of mascara on. I honestly don't think I will. Not in the near future at all. Just because I have so much more peace of mind and I don't want to sacrifice that. I feel so much better in my mind, in my body, in my day-to-day. I feel like I can actually hear myself think and communicate with myself and gauge where I'm at emotionally instead of just dissociating. And so I don't ever want to sacrifice that. I think it would take a lot. Like, if I adjust to T9 typing, then we're going to be just fine. The makeup is done. We are ready for the day. It is that simple for me. I need to put the air wrap away. I need to put some lip balm on. I have this lipstick. Again, I'm not a lipstick girl, but it's a Jason Wu lipstick and I feel like it's not. Should we just go for it? Okay. You have to tell me what you think because I don't really know how to feel. I feel like every time I put it on, it feels too much. Not like feel, like lip feel wise, but color wise. But am I tripping? I don't know what I don't love about it. It's not bad. It's just like coral and brickish at the same time. And it's comfortable. It feels really comfortable on the lips, but should I just keep it on? I don't know. I don't really think it's my color. We'll see. I'm gonna film a video after this and you'll know if I kept the lipstick on or not. Go watch my What's in My Jelly Firkin video if you want to figure out if I kept the lipstick on or not. I love you guys. Thanks for watching this far. If you have any extra questions on what it's like to use a flip phone day to day, just drop them in the comments and I can make another video addressing all of your specific questions instead of the broad ones. Would you ever switch to a flip phone? If so, join the club. I mean, I'm having a good time over here. We're happy over here. We're present over here. Tell me what albums you've been listening to in the comments. Like I've been saying, mine is Even in Arcadia by Slave Token. Eating it up. Eating it up. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any other videos, and you and I will talk to each other very, very soon. Take care, drink some water, love you so much. Bye!